welcome to Mimi's Sketchbook. Today my illustration was inspired by Paul David Tripp's devotional New Morning Mercies, and today is July 24th. When I was a kid, I remember laying in bed and listening to the crickets. And we used to catch grasshoppers in our yard, and we also used to have pheasants walk through our backyard. And that was a pretty normal thing to have pheasants. Now, we did live on a creek, but we were in a neighborhood, and there was people behind us and on either side of us, and so it was built up, but still we'd see pheasants and hear crickets. But that was 50 years ago, and today I never see a pheasant, and I don't hear crickets. And you know something else I haven't seen in a long time are grasshoppers. They used to be everywhere. But the deer are here, and the deer have become almost, civilized. They are not afraid to live and to walk between the houses, and they're very good at jumping fences, and they're used to grazing in all the neighborhoods. I think that's happened. I believe that's happened because dogs don't run anymore. Dogs used to keep the deer away, but now everybody keeps their dog in at night and on a leash, and so deer are just running all over the place. And with deer comes the threat of ticks and Lyme disease. Another animal that we never saw before and now is everywhere are the Canadian geese. I don't mind them flying overhead. They're absolutely fascinating to watch, and I love to hear their honking. But they love to land in big open areas of soccer fields or parking lots, and they leave behind a minefield of goose poop. So in my lifetime, which in the scheme of things is just a tiny blip, I have seen a lot of change. The other day I was over at my sister's house, and she has a planter just full of cut and come again zinnias, and I just love them. They're so bright and pretty. And while we were sitting there, a butterfly came by and landed. Now, when I was a kid, that was never a big deal, but now it is rare to see a butterfly. So when it flew past us, we all noticed it right away, and I, of course, had to try and get a picture of it. And at first I thought it was a monarch, but then when we looked a little closer, we knew it wasn't that, and my grandson thought it was a painted lady. But I checked it out when I got home, and it's called a red Admiral. And it's smaller than a monarch. It's only 2 inches across. But like the monarch, it migrates from the south. It comes from either Florida or Texas or even as far south as Guatemala. And it's mind-boggling that these tiny little 2-inch creatures, delicate creatures, can fly thousands of miles north, even up into Canada. And then they turn around and go back. Today in his devotions, Paul Tripp starts out saying, "Don't be discouraged today. No matter how alone you feel, you've been blessed with the Father's love." And then he references Isaiah 42:3, which says, "He will not crush the weakest reed or put out a flickering candle. Now we hear all the time about different species of plants and animals and insects going extinct. And it is very troubling and frightening and worrisome. And I've seen it in my very short lifetime. I've seen how quickly things can change. But if God loves us so much that he will not crush the weakest reed or put out a flickering candle, or if he loves us so much that he will send his only Son to die for us, that we might have life and have it more abundantly, I have to believe he cares for this amazing world that he created for us also, and that he has a plan for these little butterflies and for all these other species that are in danger of going extinct. And I need to treasure these gifts of nature that he has given us and trust that he has a plan. So thank you for joining me at Mimi's Sketchbook. I hope this has been an encouragement to you, and God bless.